power stuff?
To enter that house, I must discover who this man really is.
I must insist, sir. Please let me see Nurse Crane.
I have no time for you, sir.
Well, son of a bitch. What can I do to enter this room? Cup. Yeah. What is it that we're hearing? Oh, he's stressed out. So he's hiding something. They're upstairs, but I can't go up there and listen, can I? Oh, maybe I can, yeah.
So you only hurt people because you care about me? Is that it?
Don't be such a brat. I do what I must to provide us with food and medicine, that's all.
Mum would never have let you bully an old friend like Mr. Lewis. Shame on you.
Harry, I'm your father and I love you. But don't you ever speak to me like that again.
What? You're gonna beat me too?
Jesus. Give me patience.
Okay.
They must be too busy to answer.
I don't know. I'm your father, slap. And I love you. And I love you. You have to specify it. I have to investigate whoever's action, whatever, but I don't know how. He's in this building, and I can't do anything about it. What's the map say? Can I get out here? No. Aha!
A strange man was at the door with a pass for our medical facility. I refused him entry.
Darius, how could you know he didn't need our help?
His clothes were too finely tailored to be for Whitechapel.
Perhaps just a friend of that stray poet who is always about.
Richard Nithercott? No, not of the same cloth, this man. I suspect some machination from that journalist.
Clayton Darby. Is he still asking questions?
Yes. I saw him drifting around St. Mary's Church. I swear he is tracking me just downwind.
What the hell?
I must talk to that journalist or the poet. They must know about Darius. Nearby the church they just mentioned.
Come on, take a look. Don't be afraid.
Get us up to him.
You again? What do you want this time?
Why is your relationship with your son so difficult?
Harry and I are so different. Sometimes I wonder if he's my own blood. Seems he's ashamed to be my son.
Why not change that then? If you used your strength to do good, perhaps Harry wouldn't feel that way about you.
How dare you tell me what I should or shouldn't do with my boy? Who the fuck are you to interfere like that?
I mean no harm to your family. But if you want my advice, this is no place to raise a child.
No matter where we live, Harry will always be sick and frail. At least here, I'm respected. And no one will ever dare touch him.
Oh, that's your deal.
Goodbye, Mr. Peterson.
Heart? How can a heart be clogged?
Good evening, Harry. May I come in?
Sure. Sure. Is there only pain and suffering in this world?
So, may I ask you a few questions?
I'm not bothered. What could be worse?
Good question. What could be worse?
You and your father have a difficult relationship, Harry. Tell me, did he ever hurt you?
No, never. My father can be brutal and rude. Violent even. But he never touched an hair on my head.
What is going on between you two then?
It's his job. If you can call it a job. He bullies people. Men and women we know, like poor Mr. Lewis. It's just not right.
Goodbye, young man.
Yeah, but he
Take care
didn't.
of yourself.
He didn't touch him though. He raised his hand, but he
Even my dreams are soaked with glue.
apparently he never touched him. Again, apparently.
Fancy buying something, sir?
You never lose. Goodbye for now.
Where's the father again? Is he gone? Oh, there he is.
You again?
Goodbye, Mr. P.
Yeah, I guess he's the threatening type. I assume. Look at it, pretty far, dude. They're pretty far in the other direction.
When science fails you, this elixir will give you faith again.
When science fails you.
The walls of your home will not...
Who are you?
Forgive my interruption.
Do not apologize, my son. Father Tobias Whitaker is always happy to teach mortals about the incoming Armageddon.
I am Dr. Jonathan Reed, and I just have a few questions.
A scientist? You are much more lost than I thought, my son.
Sure.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? I'd like to know more about her.
I don't like the liberal ideas of nurses, but I especially abhor that Nurse Crane you mentioned.
Of Dustin Hoffman? Why?
So you're not exactly a fan of Florence Nightingale's work. But nurses are essential for modern healthcare.
Nuns should be the only women allowed to take care of male patients. It's obvious only they have the necessary moral fiber.
Why do you hate Nurse Crane more than other nurses?
Before coming to London, she was
Maybe,
a member
yeah.
of the communist resistance in our country. That's what happens when you let a woman get involved in politics.
I've never seen Rain Man.
What do you mean when you say that I am more lost than you?
I know.
All scientists are entangled
Shame.
in a world of causes and consequences, and most of them can't see the plain truth.
Quite a judgmental opinion, if you ask me. But what do I know? Blinded by science as I am.
But you are seeking answers, aren't you? Answers about the Armageddon about to strike the city. Answers about the hidden truth.
I am. But the answers I seek are based on facts. not
Wait, so he's saying that the Armageddon's coming. How does he know?
What do you mean when you say that I am more lost than you thought?
All
Quite a...
but you...
Well, I suppose I can spare a few minutes listening to your so-called truth.
As a doctor, you must be aware of the decimating epidemic. But let me tell
There's an
you,
epidemic
the
right
so-called
now.
Spanish flu
That's what it
is
is.
the beginning of the end.
What do you mean?
The beast is finally revealing itself, corrupting the flesh and the heart of men. With my own eyes I have seen them, those minions from the abyss.
Really? And what would be your answer to this biblical threat?
We must fight the disease before this legion outnumbers us.
I think he wants to enter the church, but they won't let him in because he's black.
What is left then?
Cleansing fire.
Tell me, Tobias, what exactly is your plan concerning the cleansing of this city?
God will recognize his own.
Please, someone let him in.
The city has risen from the ashes.
Like he really, really has to pray.
Flames.
Like it's urgent. Like he needs to pray right now.
Purification by fire has proved useful, but where do you stop? Burn the clothes? The buildings? The corpses? Worse?
Your lack of faith is predictable. But my task is to convince rational minds like yours to see the light. This is God's will.
You're mad and dangerous. You're nothing but a soulless butcher. A small-time Torquemada. The Savonarola of Whitechapel.
My son, if you think salvation is a free gift, go listen to the lies of that pompous fool, Joseph.
Joseph, a fool.
Vicar Larrabee of St. Mary's Church. While he continues preaching his fraudulent redemption, more and more people die in the streets.
Okay.
Have you any friends? Any family left in these
terrible times.
No.
Yeah, he
But
needs
I
to
have
confess
a
right
son
now.
I see as my son. He is so devoted. I send him to preach the good word in the heart of this corrupted city.
Where did you send him?
I sent Samuel to the Stonebridge Cemetery, where the pestilence and evil grows night after night.
You sent him on some preaching crusade during the epidemic.
As a true believer, Samuel will fear no evil while he walks through the valley of the shadow of death.
Sure, bro. Sure. You're not crazy at all.
I
It's
have
great.
had enough for tonight. Goodbye.
Hey, bro.
Excuse me, sir. Are you familiar with this part of town? Name's Clayton Darby.
Oh, that's Clayton.
Sorry, I'm new to Whitechapel. But perhaps you could help me.
Okay,
as a
Darth.
journalist.
Talk to you later,
My
man.
name is Jonathan Reed.
Dr. Reed, the famous surgeon. I'll gladly help if I'm able, sir.
Well, that's great.
Why are the newspapers keeping silent about the Spanish influenza? It's as though none of you care.
There's a war going on. People shouldn't be demoralized by news of deadly diseases.
If no one stops it, this epidemic could turn into a scourge. It may kill more people than the war itself.
Yes, this is another kind of war, but just as deadly. History will judge us all for what we did and what we did not.
What is a journalist doing in this borough after sunset?
He goes
this
where none
borough.
of his colleagues would dare to go, to inform the country.
So you risk your life to reveal the truth. I saw many reporters do the same during the war.
Whitechapel is the crucible of so many untold stories and tragedies. I want people to know them.
That's quite honorable of you. But is the public interested?
Not at all, sir. And that's why I'm an independent journalist, hoping to sell some stories.
Okay.
Have you any idea of the danger you face in these streets at night?
I've had to run and hide more than once from frenzied mobs incensed by the fever. Do you think the flu is really responsible for this, Doctor?
I'm convinced there is more at work here than a simple epidemic.
Really? To be honest, I could say the same. Some of the sick I saw or heard of. My God, what happened to them?
Okay.
I heard you're investigating an underground medical dispensary in Whitechapel. What do you know about it?
Not much, I'm afraid. They are wary of strangers, and I'm not really an acquaintance of theirs. Why do you care?
I'm afraid one of the nurses from the Pembroke Hospital may be involved with unsavory activities.
Ah, could it be Dorothy Crane?
Without a doubt, you are a damn fine journalist, Mr. Darby. What do you know of her accomplice, a man named Darius?
I don't know much about the man. He's very cautious. Never goes out. Doesn't seem to have any friends or family.
He has no relatives at all?
No. Except for that strange man, a poet named Richard Nethercott, who sometimes comes by. Darius would never let him in.
Where can I find this Mr. Nethercott?
He spends most of his time lurking around Whitechapel, talking to himself or declaring verses. These days, you can usually find him behind the church.
Behind the church, okay.
He never goes out?
No. A few days ago, he unexpectedly did. I followed him, but it was just a ruse to keep me away from his house.
Really? How do you know?
He went to the nearest mailbox, but just before posting his letter, he ripped it up and threw it away.
Oh, really?
Goodbye, Mr. Darby. Farewell.
He threw it away. Interesting. So we'll have to go and pick that up. That's pretty cool. I like that. Man, this game is fun. Super fun. Like, I'm so engrossed in the universe and the story, and it feels like everything is gloomy and dark and stuff. The only thing I would say is I would have preferred even more difficulty in the fighting mechanics and stuff. But that's like a minor thing. Like, overall, it's amazing. Especially the music. The music is so good. Uh-oh. Harry Peterson is now anemic. Plenty of people are sick, but I don't have the medication to heal them. Damn it! Guys, that was a stream. That was a stream. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. I really do appreciate it. You guys are great, as always. Saki, thank you for you know, staying until this time. It must be super late for you. Get to bed, and hopefully I'll see you tomorrow, maybe. And yeah, tomorrow, guys, we're gonna do something different. Probably. What's probably going to happen is I might actually start MMO Discovery Day tomorrow. So keep an eye on Twitter. I should announce which MMO I'm going to be playing. It's probably maybe going to be Neverwinter. I really wanted to give Neverwinter a shot, just to, you know, take a look at it and see if I like it or not, and see maybe it's a new MMO you guys could jump into and have some fun into. So we might do that tomorrow. If we don't do MMO Discovery Day, it's going to be more Vampyr. But honestly, it's probably going to be MMO Discovery Day. I'm super excited to start it. So keep an eye on that. Tomorrow I'm going to be streaming at 6:30 p.m. EDT, and yeah, we'll be streaming something. I don't know what. Like I said, keep an eye on Twitter. Everything's going to be there. Stay awesome, Sake, and have a very good night, by the way. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to go and drop some love to somebody else. Just give me a hot second. Who is streaming right now that we could drop some love to? Tainted is playing Rainbow Six. Let's drop by Tainted. Let's give him some love. So, you guys know the drill. Drop by, say hi, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye, guys.